Salakia on that. Salakia. Damn. I didn't even remember to get the mic. Yeah. How's that? Can y'all hear me?
Well, then you could not hear you. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, they can hear me. They can hear me. Yeah, Salakia on that. Salakia on that. But what I was saying is, so we're going to go into the title of the class, which is the Bible is the law, the history, and the prophecies of the Israelites.
Right.
Get some precepts on that. Also, I want to talk about Geechee Gotti. Geechee Gotti was right here with Priests and Prophets of the Lord. He was in a he got pulled over. I guess he was in Ohio with 3 other men, and they had a whole bunch of pills and things and whatnot they had took from some local clinic or something like that. Let's talk about that, about, dishonest gain and, trying to do things the right way, the wrong way, wanting to do things the right way, but still having one foot in and one foot out. You know what I mean? If you're going to, if you want to change your life, you got to fully commit to changing your life. Also, Epstein files, King David. I was talking to Abad, that was yesterday, about there was a Russian sculptor that basically donated a sculpture of King David to Israel in the city of David, and the Orthodox Jews knocked the nose off because they didn't like how King David looked. And I believe it still stands today. I think they took it down or moved it out of Israel, but they wasn't having it because this statue did not look like the Jews that's in Israel today. Right. So first of all, if you could just get a story real quick on Geechee Gotti, because he's the biggest name in it because he is a rapper. I think they put his bail at $90,000, or is it $90,000, I believe. Maybe I can find a story. Now, Geechee Gotti, everybody knows he's a battle rapper. He was actually here on GP, okay, and did an interview with Captain Gadahar and myself on the camera. I'm gonna see if I can find. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me still see if I can, because it explained it a little better. Okay, let's see. And I'll just. Maybe I can play this story. Okay. Let's find stories.
Away. And thousands of opioid pills recovered.
So 4 men from California are now charged here in Butler County. And tonight, newly released body camera video shows how quickly police caught up with them. Our WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson, live in Westchester with a story you'll see only here on WLWT. Hi, Karen.
Well, good evening again, Cherie. Yes, among those arrested and now charged with drug possession, a California-based rapper known as Geechee Gotti. His real name is Marcus Fandroy, and police say he was driving down I-75 last week in Westchester when police made this stop.
The initial traffic stop on I-75 in Westchester was short-lived. The suspects weren't getting far.
It did hit sticks.
One exit south near the streets of Westchester. 4 men bailed.
Get down on the ground right now! Get down on the ground!
But police caught up.
I will shoot you! Get your hands in the air!
Westchester police arrested 4 men from California.
Why are you arresting me?
Because your name's Anthony Ellison, you've been breaking into pharmacies all over the place.
And searched the rental car they were in.
We searched it thoroughly. There was a large amount of pharmaceuticals in the car that looked like they came just straight from the pharmacy.
Nearly 3,000 pain pills seized, including oxycodone, morphine, and Vicodin, drugs that investigators say were stolen.
The drugs that were found were from a pharmacy called the Medicine Shop in Bellevue, Ohio. We believe that cash was found as well that was taken from a pharmacy in Perrysburg, Ohio.
Detectives say they had their eyes on the men since one of them landed at CVG last week. Tyrus crew Anthony Ellison, Laquan Miller, and Marcus Fantroy, also known as rapper Geechee Gotti.
Now, you notice it said that the detectives had their eyes on them since one of them got there last week. When you think you're going to go into these other places, these other states, these officers know everybody.
Right.
They know somebody, anybody knows somebody that's from out of town, and you know, something that ain't right with the way they moving. And so detectives already been following this for a long time. You can't just think that you're going to go into some other place and you know, commit crimes and, you know, figure out a way to you know, grind and make money without you raising the ears of not only the locals, the people that live there, but law enforcement also.
Right.
All now face drug possession charges.
We're looking at over $10,000 to $15,000 worth of pharmaceutical drugs, at least. That's what it is to the pharmacy. That's not what it's worth in the street. So we're talking lots and lots and lots of bills.
Detective Kevin Berger said in court today, these men, quote, do this quite often.
And
Now, let me play this video. I'm going to play this video. Geechee Gotti was here. He was right here in the school. He was in the house of God. He wasn't here for class, but he was here with, you know, a major priest, Captain Gadalhar, 13,000.
Right.
And we had, you know, conversations on and off camera about changing, because at the end of the day, that is what the sit down, the podcast, the interviews on GP is all about, is people being in one place and then they turning the leaf and changing, and, you know, and leaving, you know, that dark place they was in and growing. Okay. Let me get this real quick and then we'll get a preset.
Like they
Yeah.
go on Instagram
And they
hop on
enemies.
with the enemies.
Yeah, they
like,
talking shit to
bitch,
each
I say,
other.
"Oh, yeah, well, you better drop low. Like,
yeah.
I'm
And
like,
then the motherfucker gets smacked.
yeah,
You know what I'm
like,
saying? On the
geez,
real, yeah,
like,
just
that's
that
something
fast.
different.
It's a whole different, that's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Because shit like that never existed back in them times. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because like you said, man, you're gonna have to stand on what you say.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Something happened, you got on the Instagram with the enemy, then the homie get popped. Now we on you.
Yeah.
You done got the homie killed. Nigga, you playing with a nigga, the nigga wasn't playing. Now you got to go do something
Right.
off until something happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, so now I think that social media has tricked a lot of the youth to like really thinking that like that's how you get a name though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I need to be famous. I need niggas to know that you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like back then the gangster was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. You think I never did nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
long
real
as you
shit.
feel me? Like, hell yeah, I ain't did nothing.
What Lil
You know
Wayne,
what I'm saying?
What
Like-
Lil Wayne say?
What he say? What he
He
say?
said, gangsters moving.
How to, you know what I mean, how to pay attention to what's going on, how to understand consequences and repercussions to your actions and shit.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, you know what I'm saying, the niggas in my neighborhood, they did, you know what I mean, train a nigga right as far as like how to be a, you know.
So this is Geechee Gotti talking about, you know, the experience of being locked up. I mean, being in the hood, growing up, making better choices, you know, the things that come with the choices that you make. And here he made a, you know, terrible choice. Now, most people would think like Geechee Gotti, then he don't have to do that. He don't have to be there. Right. You know what I mean? He has a name for himself. There's other ways to make, you know, money and to survive. But when you have your one foot in and you trying to change your life, but you're still being around the same people, doing the same thing, being around the same influences, this is what could happen. And I always, you know, think to myself, like, you know, as you mature in life, you understand like the stupid stuff you used to do. And I think of Black and Hispanic people, and I'm like, why do you think that you can do something that is on the wicked side and prosper, and then everything is going to be okay?
Right.
Like, why do you think that you could, rob people, steal something, scam someone, and it's not going to come back on you?
Right.
Or eventually you're going to get caught? Why do we think like that? Like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around the concept when you become an adult, but a lot of our people have not grown. A lot of our people have not, turned a new leaf and reject the truth.
Right.
Reject the knowledge of God. Reject righteousness.
Right.
And so when you reject righteousness, you're in a dark spot, in a dark place where you think you could benefit off of the wickedness that you do.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like, if I may, I know the answer. It's because they see America doing it.
That's right.
They see America doing everything that you just described, from gangbanging to selling drugs to scamming. Everything that we try and do is what we've learned from the oppressor.
That's right. Get a brother a hand. Keep going. You got some more. What Abad said is spot on. America has showed us that they can do that. They could, sell drugs. They could, create a whole sexualized world of pornography and strip clubs and brothels. They could, go in and snatch heads of state, and take over countries, and nothing happens to them. In fact, in the movies, it's glorified.
Right.
And so in the Black community, we grow up in a place where crime is glorified. Money, sex, and drugs is glorified.
Right.
And if you could you give me Proverbs 13 and 11? Money, sex, and drugs, and just being a disgusting pig and hurting your people and hurting yourself and making bad choices, because you only live once, that is glorified in this place.
Those Proverbs what?
Proverbs 13 and 11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished.
Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. Like I said it earlier, you can't think that you can do dishonest things and use dishonest means to get things, and that you're just going to enjoy those things.
Right.
You're not going to enjoy those things. They're going to be diminished.
Right.
They're going to disappear. One day you're going to be sitting on top of the world selling pills, selling weed, selling all kind of drugs and cocaine, and having all the affluence and big rims, nice cars, and everything a person could want. And then the feds is going to bust into your house. Then you're going to sit in a cell for a certain amount of years, and everything that you acquired is going to disappear. Anybody will tell you, when all the things that they had when they went to jail, those things disappeared. No one, they did. And I'm not saying they just disappeared. I'm saying, like, people will turn on you. People will take those things. You're not gonna have anything to show for. You know what I mean? And you'll get out an older man, an older woman, starting from the bottom, starting from scratch, and you have to make that choice again, or whether you're going to stand on the righteous side or you're going to stand on the dark side, or you're going to go right back to the things that took years out of your life.
Right.
You understand? It's just a sad, unfortunate thing for somebody that is on the cusp of, being very successful, to make such a stupid decision. You know what I mean? To put yourself in such a situation where now you can't be there. The brother expressed he had children, can't be there for your children.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't be there for your loved ones. You're not free anymore. You're powerless because of the sad choices, the bad choices that you made. Okay. Is there any more on that about?
Okay.
I think there's more precepts on that. Let me see.
You want to finish this one?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. But he that gathereth by labor shall increase.
Yeah, if you gather by labor, you're going to increase. Hold on to that little 9-to-5 job that you got.
Right.
I don't care if you got a job picking boxes. It's honest. It's righteous. You're not breaking no laws. You don't got to worry about what's going to happen when you get pulled over by the police. Or are you thinking like, if they pull me over, I'm about to hop out and run? You don't have to worry about that. Right. You don't have to worry about somebody trying to get some get back or thinking you the man because they think, this brother's he sells. So you how many times have it been when I done seen people get robbed that sell drugs? My whole life. I done had friends unalive because of it. Because somebody thought that they was really they was a kingpin. Meanwhile, they selling selling a little bag of weed. But somebody thought they were doing a lot more than them and came to rob them and took their life. Right. You don't got to worry about that when you're going to work and you're making an honest living. Right. When you got an honest hustle. I don't care if you're out here selling oranges. If you're out here washing windows, long as you're not robbing nobody, breaking nobody, stealing from nobody, going into people's homes, robbing businesses, you ain't got to worry about nothing, man. Right. Read that last part again. Oh, God. That's why it goes also that. Go ahead and finish that.
Oh, God. But he that gathered by labor shall increase.
You're going to increase. If you don't have no no addictions or anything like that, you're going to increase naturally. And that also goes into being content. You know what I mean? A lot of this world makes us want to be in a position of opulence and having everything that we want and we desire. Sometimes just having the basic things and having the things that you need is all that you need. Right. Because there's some people that got all of the things that you desire, but they don't have the right spirit and they don't have peace of mind. You get what I'm saying? And so it also benefits you to be content with the things that you do have. Sometimes we lose that in America because America is a place where we really are spoiled here. When you look at other countries, they have a lot less, but they're more happier than Americans. They're not angry all the time. You know what I mean? They're not worried about this and worried about that. And they're not, trying to scheme and sell drugs and cheat each other in order to get more of this, more drugs, more designer clothes, more, a nicer car. That's what we do in America. We're worried about material things and not realizing we be having the thing that all you really need, what God said he would give you, and you don't have to worry about. Right. It's food, clothing, and shelter. God said to the Israelites, to his people, why are you worrying? You don't even have to worry about those things. But yet we go overboard and we worry about things that we shouldn't worry about. We worry about things that, we lose how blessed we really are because of our worry. You found something else about?
The scripture?
Yeah. One second. Is that an alarm or something? You hear that? That sound? Y'all just bear with me. I like this little stand. I think that's it. That's it on that. On the let's get what is it? I want Psalms. Now I just want to back up my claim that the Bible, well, everybody should know that the laws was given to one people. They wasn't given to Canaanites. They wasn't given to Moabites. They wasn't given to the Egyptians. They wasn't given to anyone except the children of Israel. Right. So we know that. We know that the laws were to a particular people. Now, if you could, let's get what I want. Give me Psalms 147. And what is it, 19?
I show my word unto Jacob.
Yes, please. Yeah, because when you read the Bible, many times because of Christianity, in the way the theology breaks down, it's like a novel. You know what I mean? It makes people think that it's speaking to everybody. It's the theology. It's not what's actually what your eyes are reading, but it's a doctrine that is in your mind when you read in the Bible to make you think that these things extend to everybody that, you know, decides to follow God and follow Jesus. And that is just not the truth. Right. The Bible is very clear on who it is written to. From Genesis to Revelations, it's very clear on who it is talking to. It's very clear on who the prophecies are about. Right. All right. It gets a little cloudy in the writings of Paul because of Christian theology and the traditions of the church, which is contrary and separate to what is actually written in the scriptures and what and goes against what the scriptures are actually saying and who they are actually speaking to. Let me hear that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
The Bible says that he showeth his word, meaning the Most High showeth his word to Jacob. His statutes and what? To Israel? And as for the other nations, they have not known them. The Lord has showed, like, even these mysteries, these understandings that the whole world is now starting to hear. This book that knowledge has been closed for a very long time. It wasn't until recently the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge in 1969 basically brought the truth back out through the Spirit of the Most High and said, listen, these are God's chosen people. When you had pastors and priests reading the scriptures for hundreds of years, since the Dark Ages, and they didn't know this knowledge. Some of them would say, yeah, they would look for the lost tribes of the house of Israel. Yeah, they would say they're somewhere, they're scattered across the earth. But this truth was given to Black men from the ghetto, Hispanic men from the ghetto. The Lord decided to show this knowledge and this truth to the lowliest men that people would say in America, the people at the bottom, and show them that they are truly royalty. Show them that they are truly God's chosen people.
That's right.
In the face of Christianity, which most of our people are in some form of Christianity. Most Blacks, Hispanics, and Indians grew up and are actively in some form of Christianity as their belief system. Then secondly, Islam, at the time when this truth came out in the 60s, the Nation of Islam, right? You know, and then you had at the same time coming out the Black Liberation Movement. But during all of these things happening, the Lord showed his word to Jacob, to the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read it from the top again.
Oh God, the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He hasn't dealt so with any other nation. What does that mean? What does that mean, Abad? What does that mean to you? What do you hear? It's no right or wrong answer, but it's your opinion.
What it's saying is that he's not giving the gift of his judgments unto other people, meaning he's not dictating no other people with his laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. That's right. That's what I want to hear. You said dictate, but he's not punishing anyone else. They're not subject to the punishments that we are subject to. There's a thing that happens with Black and Hispanic people that when we do the things that we see people do in the world, we are affected more. When we smoked crack, it destroyed our families far more than it did a white man. When we eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, it destroys our health far more than a white man or an Asian man. And you know, with Asian people, they can literally eat anything. And they live a good long life because the laws wasn't given to them. They don't have a law of not eating shellfish and mussels and crabs and seaweed and monkey brains. They don't have a law that no one gave them a law that prohibited them from doing that.
Right.
The Lord didn't give the white man the law not to eat pork.
Right.
They can eat pork. Excuse me. But when Black and Hispanic people eat it, you have high blood pressure, you have heart disease, you get tapeworms, worms in your flesh, worms in your brain tissues. You are affected in a way, and you don't even know it. You don't even know. Hell, the doctor don't know. The doctor don't know what's wrong with you because he see everybody else, these other nations, they're eating it. He said, well, change your diet, cut down a little bit. Eat some more healthier choices. But he don't know it, so he ain't gonna say, hey, you gotta stop eating pork.
Right.
That's the real problem. He don't know it. He don't know the laws of God.
Right.
And you don't either. And your pastor, he definitely doesn't know it because they eating pork at the potlucks at the church. But these things affect us. When you decide that, okay, I want to sell drugs to my people, you are going to get caught and convicted and put under the jail. Why? Because you are destroying your people.
Right.
You are hurting your fellow brother. Love thy neighbor. You are doing the opposite. When you get a drug and you sell it and it's destroying this person that's the same people as you, they not doing what they're supposed to do in their household. Those children are growing up in a dysfunctional household at the account of you and your greed and your lust.
Right.
To be like people you see on TV. So there's so many ways you can look at this and see a clear difference. We just went over the story with Geechee Gotti. When you decide that you're going to go state to state and you got this plan to rob and get pills and bring them back to the city and sell them, you are going to get caught, you are going to be found, and you're going to find yourself locked up. These are the judgments of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in this world. Now, am I saying that other nations don't go to jail and they don't get caught up? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is overwhelmingly, the things that we do that God said for us to don't do in this place, we are judged for them, meaning we are punished for them. You may not think it's not the physical hand of God, but it is who he is using to bring about justice.
Right.
And at this point in time, who runs the world? The white man runs the world, particularly here in America. That is who runs the law system. That is who runs the judicial system. You know what I mean? And so you are going to be punished. This doesn't happen to anyone else. And the Lord is saying it clearly. He didn't change. He's saying, I showeth my word unto Jacob, my statutes and commandments unto Israel. I have not dealt so with any other nation. Meaning, the other nations are not the children of God. So I'm not going to treat them like the children of God. The children of God are going to be punished just like a father will punish his children. The children of God are going to see consequences from their father, just like you as a father or our mother would give consequences to your children for the things that they are doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? The children that are not your children, you're not concerned with them. You allow them to do what they're doing. Go, But when somebody said, when it's your child outside acting up, now you have to act on that. You can't let. So that's the point. The point is all these other people, the Lord ain't even dealing with them.
Right.
Keep reading.
Come on. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
And
as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
As for his judgments, meaning his punishments, they have not known them. And then it ends with praise ye the Lord. Thank God that the Lord loves us and he don't love them.
Right.
It may sound crazy to think, but now you can actually say, well, thank God that we went through slavery.
Right.
Thank God that we went through the lynchings and the Jim Crow and the hatred unto this day by everybody in the world, because what it points out to us is that we're actually God's chosen people.
Right.
Because the scriptures point out who we are based on those prophecies, based on those laws, statutes, and commandments,
Right.
based on the history.
That's
That's the history. You don't want to see, people don't like history. They like a lot of feeling. You know what I mean? That's why I'm working on this lecture where I'm going to be showing you from the time of 70 AD how where the Jews went and how they went into Europe, how they went into parts of Saudi Arabia, Yemen, how they went into North Africa, and then into Southern Africa, and interiors in West Africa, and how they ended up on cargo slave ships in America. And it's going to be history by those scholars that you say, you know, they got a degree, they went to Duke University, they went to Ivy League college. You're not credible because y'all just some niggas that think y'all God's chosen people. I can't wait till I'm finished with that. You know what I mean? The history of the Israelites, right? Go ahead, Abba.
It's like, if I may, to add on to what you're saying, it's heavy. How heavy it is that they ended with praise be the Lord. Because a lot of people would think like being punished by your parent is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we see kids who parents don't care about them.
Yeah.
Because their parents don't, you know, when they get in trouble at school, they don't get no whooping. They don't get nothing taken. And that just proves how much the Lord truly cares for us. And how he doesn't care for these other nations. Because a kid that you don't punish, you don't care for. That's what the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
So the Lord chastises us to showing how much he loves us. And the same thing with a personal test. The Lord testing you to show you how much he believes you can pass that test.
Yeah.
So it's so heavy how that scripture is with praise to the Lord, because most definitely the Lord is with us because he does these things to us.
Like, that's well said. That's definitely true. That, you know, the Lord loves us to the extent. But we looking at it like from a carnal mindset.
Right.
You have black people that say, well, where was the Lord when we went to slavery?
Right.
Where was the Lord then? When was the Lord when they was hanging us from trees? When was the Lord when when they hitting us with water hydrants and sicking dogs on us in the 60s? Where's the Lord then? I don't want to hear about God. And that is from a child that doesn't know who their father really is. You know what I mean? And it just points out that, you know, these things have not happened to any other people on the planet Earth. And one of the things that how I learned the truth and how I came to the knowledge of the truth was me questioning, why did all of these things happen to us as black people? And at the same time, we're still standing, we're still resilient, we still have our head up, and we're still here.
Right.
Like we're not bowing down, we're still pushing forward. It has to be something deeper to who we are. You know what I mean? And that's how I started to get onto the road of finding out who we really are. You know what I mean? Because like anybody, I just accepted, okay, we came from slavery. This is who we are. You know what I mean? But then I start saying, wait a minute. The whole world copies us, emulates us, at the same time hates us. You know what I mean? Like, but loves us. It's like a love-hate relationship. This doesn't make sense, man. Who are we? What is our origin story? You know, I was past the, you know, we Egyptians. I was like, nah, that's far-fetched. You know what I mean? Yeah, now I know we were in Egypt, but we wasn't the Egyptians. But, you know, the things that you see that happen to black people over time, and to see that we're still here and we're still have the resilience in the you know what I mean, the courage and the bravery to stand against oppression and to fight and to push forward, has to tell you that we are a special people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas I wanted to go. We're done on that, right? We're done on that precept. Let's get, okay, let me get this. I'm gonna get to this video, then we're gonna get that King David. Okay, so let me play this video real quick. Let me drop this Geechee Gotti. If you could you find an article about the 2008 the King David statue being donated, and then what happened? I think you could just like Google it. I'm gonna try to find a picture so that so y'all can see what it looked like.
You want me to send it to you, or you want to read it?
I want you to read it.
Come on. It says, monument to King David gifted by Russian charity dismantled in Jerusalem. A monument to the Holy King David installed on Mount Zion almost a decade ago by the Russian.
Wait, hold on. Let just wait so I can. Let me get this. See if I can save this. Nope. All right, I was able to save that. All right, you can start.
Come on. It says, monument to King David gifted by Russian charity dismantled in Jerusalem. A monument to the Holy King David installed on Mount Zion almost a decade ago by the Russian charitable foundation of the St. Nicholas the Wonder Worker was dismantled. The statue had previously been vandalized several times.
The statue had what?
Been previously vandalized several times.
Good night.
The reason for the monument's removal is not yet clear, and no response has yet been offered by the mayor of Jerusalem. St. Nicholas Foundation Director Nikolai Goryuchikin stated that he was not aware of the dismantling, but is very concerned about what's happening.
Now, this is in 2008, a Russian sculptor, right, who made it.
Come on, God.
He donated this statue of King David to Israel. They put it in Jerusalem. They put it in the city of David. The Orthodox Jews there were so angry at how it looked, they defaced the statue. Now I'm gonna show you the statue. Well, this is not the statue, but this is a Russian icon from Russia. Okay, this is not the statue. This is the Russian icon from Russia of King David. Now, many people, you probably ask, why is it you guys bring up Russian icons so much? Because in Russia, hundreds of thousands of icons have survived from the Dark Ages. There was so many of them that they could not burn or whitewash them all. So now you have books that are filled with icons, these paintings, these old paintings of saints, of prophets, of the Most High, of the angels, of Christ, of King David, like this one. You have these images that are everywhere. Now, let me get the picture of the is this it?
No, I sent it to you.
I think I got it. Now, this is the image that was donated. And let me we're going to zoom in. This is the statue. Can we get bigger? I can't make it get bigger. Shouldn't I be able to make it bigger? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. All right. Now I know what I'm gonna do. 1 second, I can make it bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. So where we at? Okay, we're going to stop that real quick. We're gonna stop that and okay, here it is. Let me make this bigger. Now, this is the King David statue that they sent from Russia to Jerusalem, to Israel, and they was like, oh, hell nah. They was like, hell nah, get this out. They broke the nose. But King David, it was a black King David. And the fake Jews said, oh, hell nah. And they broke the nose. They defaced it. It's King David playing the harp. As you know, King David played the harp. He played it for King Saul. But the fake Jews in Israel said, you know what? We're not having this. So they defaced it, took the nose off. And let me just see if I can find a better one that's clearer real quick. Let me see. Y'all just bear with me. I'm just looking for one that's a little more clear. All right, this one might be. Yeah, this one you can see it better how they basically just chopped the damn nose off. Okay. All right, can I share this? Stop sharing. Y'all bear with me. Let me pull this one up. Sister said that's a nigga. Okay, one more. Okay, so on this one, you can see it better, how they chopped the nose off. It's a little clearer. It said, oh, nah, King David wasn't a nigga. When we know King David was black. Okay, is that it on the story?
There's some more, so like even some more.
Let me hear it.
Come on. He noted that as the monument was a gift to Israel, it does not belong to the foundation anymore, but its donors are still concerned about its future. The statue has suffered damage several times, with repairs not always being carried out very quickly.
So this is the thing. They have vandalized it over and over again.
Right.
And then they don't even repair it. Because you can't repair it because it ain't going to look right because he was given a nose like a nigga, a face like a nigga. And so it's just they're getting vandalized over and over again because the fake Jews know that they are not the real people of the Bible.
Right.
They know that they are not the Israelites of the Bible. And so this King David statue still sits in Israel being vandalized, being, it's funny though. It's funny though, because listen, let me go back. Let me go right back. It's funny though, because when you look at all of the sculptures and artifacts that they find, no matter where they find them, the nose is always missing from the ancient ones. And this is modern. This was made in 2008. And they didn't go to knock off no ear. They didn't go to knock off, no lips or the beard. They went straight for the nose in 2008. So this just shows you that all of the stuff they talk about the nose fell off because it's the easiest part of a sculpture to fall off. That's just some BS.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is just a way of erasing who really ruled the earth.
Right.
That's all it is. You could drop that. Now I'm gonna show you a video right now. This is with a black Arab man, and I want you to listen to this. Go ahead, Abba.
So like it was just getting down to like.
All right, go ahead. Tell me.
So like,
give it to me. I'll put it back up.
It says attackers knocked off fragments of King David's face several times.
Damn.
And the damage remained visible even after repairs.
Damn. So, yeah, that just goes to show you that the people in Israel today are not the real Jews. They are not the Israelites of the Bible, of antiquity. Okay. Now I'm going to go to this this video. Get this video. Let me remove this.
I mean, because we know the Europeans classify this as the Middle.
I don't know if y'all can hear this. This sounds like it might be a little low. Might be a little low. Okay.
But this is Africa.
This is Africa. This is north of Africa. Now they make Libya and Morocco and Tunis. They say it North Africa. It's west, the west. We are in the north. I want to say I'm sorry that my English is not so good, but I will try, you know, to explain or to teach the people that don't know that we are here in this land before maybe more in 2,000 of years in this area, in Sinai Desert. It's not far from here. It's near the Jordan-Israeli border.
Now this is a Arab, a black Arab, and I really don't want to use. I got to use it, but I don't want to use it because the Arabs were originally black. This is a black Arab that says that his family has been living there for 2,000 years. Okay. Now, I want you to keep that in mind when you think about Arabic people. You typically don't see dark-skinned Arabic people. You don't see them. Children of Ishmael. Okay. So he's saying that his family line goes back 2,000 years in this area, in the Holy Land.
There is our land, my grandfather's land. So before, you know, before the state of Israel, the border of this Israel or Palestine is not in this border today. It's very near. Before it's El Arish in Egypt today. There is the border of the Holy Land. This is the religion thing. So many people they don't know that the black people here in this land. It's not for the last 100 years or something like this. It's more than 1,000 of years. It was black. I know about the history of Beni Hilal. I know about the Zir Salem history. Everybody know this. Most of the Bedouin here, most of them they come from the Arab Gulf. They know. They can know they're not original here. They know that we are the original people here in this land. I'm here, original here for 1,000 years. But the other tribes, I want to talk about the Bedouin. The other tribes here, all the Bedouin here.
Other black Bedouins?
Not the black, even the white.
Even white Bedouin.
Not the Bedouin. This tribe that tell you, yeah, I'm from north of Jordan. Everybody will tell you he's not original for in this land. He came, not me.
He came. Did you originally?
So now he's saying the white people in the land are not original from the land. They came to the land, the fake Jews. We already know that according to the Bible and according to history that the fake Jews in 1948, they basically said, listen, we're finna go back to our homeland. I believe before they went to Israel, they wanted to go to Uganda in Brazil, right? That's where they wanted to go. But they found a place for them in Israel, and that is why they have the infighting with the Palestinians to this day. Let me play a little more.
They came. But me, I say I'm here. So they have to be clear if you discuss with them. Okay, they say, all of you come here, okay? Who was leaving this land?
They say it's a black man.
The black man. And before maybe 2,000 and a half, there's the Hebrews.
The Hebrews were black as well, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying, who was living in this land 2,000 years ago? He said the black man. He said the Hebrews. He said, yeah, the Hebrews. The Hebrews were black. This is an Arab man, black man, that his family line goes back 2,000 years in that land, okay? And so the Jews are black. If you could, give me a color scripture, all right? I just wanted to bring that out because many people don't know that. You don't know that the Arabs, the original Arabs, were a dark-skinned race, the children of Ishmael. Okay, the Arabs you see today that are light-skinned, they are mixed. They're mixed with Edomites, right? Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Uh-huh.
They are black unto the ground.
They are black unto the ground, man. The Jews are black. The prophecies point to the Israelites, who they are in the world. So if you want to look at the gates languishing, how we break this scripture down, you look at all the people on the planet Earth and you say, who fits these prophecies? Literal and figuratively. Who fits them? You can only find one group of people on the planet Earth that fits these prophecies of the Bible. You know what I mean? And you can find one group of people in the world that suffer the most from not following those things in the Bible,
right? Not
following those law, statutes, and commandments. Like those fake Jews in Israel, they don't follow the Bible. They doing all what in Tel Aviv. They got a whole LGBTQ parade in the Holy Land. They got rainbow flags and everything in the Holy Land and having a good time partying and doing all kind of deviant things you wouldn't believe. They unaliving those Palestinian people like they're flies, man. You see some videos and they just out over there killing for sport. They're over there killing for fun, and they're supposed to be God's chosen people. They're supposed to be, the people that the Lord is returning for. Jesus Christ is coming in to usher in his new kingdom on earth for them. The same people that own the Diamond District, that run Hollywood, those people that run the music industry and got Black and Hispanic men and women making music that further pushes the racial tropes and stereotypes of our people.
Right.
And those are God's chosen people. I mean, get the hell out of here, man. What would you say, Jeremiah?
It must be a joke.
It must be a joke. It is a joke. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's why I want to bring it on that. Now let's get I wanted to talk about the Epstein files real quick. And the things that's coming out in the Epstein files, right? Now I seen like recently where it said that he was found to have bought 330 barrels of it's some type of substance. If you can look it up, my body, it's a thing it's like an acid. It's like an acid if you want to get rid of bodies and you want to get rid of something fast. He bought like 330 barrels of it. If you could find that for me. Okay. And then the things that's coming out about human beef jerky, drinking blood, torture. And I'm bringing this up because recently I had posted a video where it went into a slave owner named Thistlewood. And Thistlewood would torture his slaves. He would put salt and pickle and pepper in their wounds, have other slaves defecate in their mouths and urinate on their mouth and face while they're tied down to the ground, put molasses on your body so you can sit out under the flies and the mosquitoes. And one of the things that really stood out that I didn't say, I didn't go in on it then, is that he also would rape his women slaves. And in his diary, he had more than 3,000 entries of committing rape on his women slaves and also allowing his guests to take their turn, which is Epstein Island. Right. The plantation was Epstein Island. That was Epstein Island. The plantation is exactly where you see all of these things that they're saying was happening. Well, that was happening on the plantation. People were being unalive. People were coming up missing, never seen again, and powerless to do anything. Just like these victims that have come out, and these victims that you don't know anymore, but these alleged victims, all of these children were powerless up under this beast. You found something?
Okay.
Let me hear it.
Okay. It says the recent documents uncovered within the Epstein files have brought attention to the purchase of 330 gallons of sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid. Now, sulfuric acid is basically to break down bones and tissue, to get rid of a lot of it. You know what I mean? Why is somebody buying 330 gallons of sulfuric acid? Well, we know why. You know what I mean? And now everything is coming out. Now, if you could give me the son of perdition. This is also not an indictment just on Epstein, but you got to understand these are the men and women that are in control and have power over America in politics and stuff like that. And so that's why it hasn't come out. But if you have a sense of, if you have some sense as a Black and Hispanic person, if you have a little bit of integrity and dignity left, and you have a soul, the things that you are hearing should shock you. The things that you are hearing that are coming out should open your eyes to the world that you really live in. You should understand that this earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And the things that we've been saying as Israelites are coming true right before your eyes. But those things don't matter if you still are going to want to stay asleep. You're still going to want to go back to getting your apple flavored blunts and, you know, popping pills and chasing whores and, you know, trying to live a lifestyle that you see on television, on reality TV, and go back to sleep. Then it's all for nothing.
Right.
It's all for nothing, right? And you're going to find yourself in a place where you're going to be like, damn, when did this happen? When the whole time you have brothers and sisters explaining to you who we are and trying to wake you up from the evil of this world and to separate from this evil.
Right.
This place is evil and demonic. All of those things, like when I was coming up, they would talk about conspiracy theories and, you know, rituals and sacrifices. They really doing that, huh? They really doing that. You know what I mean? We live in an information age now where it's right in your face now. And so you got to make a choice. Is you going to be on this side or you going to be on that side? Are you going to be, you still going to live your life blindly?
Right.
Trying to be in pursuit of happiness and all of that? I'm not saying don't, you know, we don't want good things. We don't. But what I'm saying is you got to open your damn eyes to the real world.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Let me hear that.
Come. The book of 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come.
So what we hope for here in the truth in I.S.U.P.K, what we hope for is the day that all this ends.
Right.
The day when we don't have to worry about getting pulled over by the police. The day where we're not sitting in our house trying to make a decision on whether or not to go on a mission to sell drugs to put our life in jeopardy. The day when we don't have to worry about or feel some type of way when we get pulled over by the police and we know we ain't did nothing wrong.
Right.
The day when we don't have to open up your app on Facebook and see a missing Black woman, a missing child, a missing Native American girl that hasn't been found and never been found.
Right.
The day when you don't wake up and see a sister like Renia Lewis met a white man and dismembered, or the other sister that met the white bartender and dismembered her and put her body parts all over the city. The day when Jesus Christ returns, the day when all of the things that pain us, that hurt us, all of those things go away.
Right.
When Jesus Christ returns.
That's right.
If you want to see that, this is what has to happen. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. That for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Christ is not going to return as long as you're shucking and jiving and saying, I'm going to plead the blood of Jesus. I'm going to pray about it. It's in God's hands, and you're in a Christian church. That's not going to make Christ return.
Right.
Christ is not going to come back if you turning a blind eye to the wickedness of this world. Christ is only going to return when you wake up and realize where you really at and what time it is. When you turn and seek the Lord, and then when you start to realize, okay, these people are evil.
Right.
Like, I put all my trust in politics and conservatives and Democrats. They all doing the same thing.
Right.
They all was on Epstein Island. And in the time of your forefather and mother, they all was doing it on the plantation.
Right.
You're going to have to realize that these people, you got to separate from them.
Right.
It got to be a falling away. You got to fall away and say, you know what? I'm no longer, I don't even want to be associated with this culture of America anymore. I totally look different at sex workers. And women that are strippers, I feel bad for them now.
Right.
I feel bad for them. That's where your mind got to go.
Right.
Keep reading.
Come on. Except there come a falling away first.
Uh-huh.
And that the man of sin be revealed.
And the man of sin being revealed is right now.
Right.
This whole Epstein case, this whole thing is revealing the man of sin. It's revealing the physical counterpart of Satan here on earth, who is the white man, who is your oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
It is revealing who he really is. And if you can't see it, then hell, we're just going to have to wait a little longer for Christ to return. If you can't see that these people are demonic and that they are doing the will of Satan here on earth, then shit. I guess we got to work a little harder, Abad. We got to get out on the streets a little more. We got to do more classes.
Right.
We got to go, push, because obviously, I guess some more of our people are going to have to come up missing off the street.
Right.
100,000 black women came up missing. And this was reported like 8 years ago. Said it's 100,000 black women missing without a trace, and they can't find them. Imagine what that number is today. And then throw in the little kids, throw in the teenagers. There was just a girl, a teenager, a 17-year-old that met a man online and he murdered her, a white man. You understand? It's going to have to be a falling away first.
Right.
You're going to have to fall away from, you're going to have to step back from their culture and their way of life and see them for who they really is.
Right.
Keep going, Abba.
God. That the man of sin be revealed.
Uh-huh.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition. Go ahead.
Who opposeth and exalts himself, above all that is called God.
He opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called God. He says what is right and what is wrong. He says that two men loving one another is right. Two men in a relationship is right. He says two men adopting two gay white men adopting a black child is a loving family. He says it's right. He says a woman selling her body and selling sex on OnlyFans is okay. It's right. He opposes everything that is called God. Go ahead.
Come. And Slakia. Or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
And he has defaced the image of who God is.
Right.
He is defaced the image of Jesus Christ, a black man, and he sits as he is God. He put his image up as God. You understand? and he wants everybody to worship him. He wants everybody to follow him. He exalts himself above God.
Right.
But Jesus Christ won't return unless you realize that.
Right.
This world won't change unless you realize who's destroying this world.
Right.
Who's hurting this world. Give me Job 9:24.
Okay.
If you don't catch that, then it's gonna be more. Shit, we'll be here another 50 years. Protesting and begging and asking for this and asking for that, when you can just separate, turn and face the east and ask the Most High. That's what you can do.
That's right.
But you want to do it his way. You want to follow him. You want his prosperity and you want his peace. And at the same time, our people suffer from it.
Right.
And we die because of it. And what they're bringing out, this is not even something that black or brown people are even bringing out. This is white people bringing out the crimes of white people right in front of you, and you still don't get it.
Right.
White people are exposing the Epstein files. They're exposing the true nature of these of each other. Vladimir Putin just said he said that they eat flesh. He said they drink blood and eat flesh. The president of Russia said that about the elites in America.
Right.
They are exposing each other, telling you like all that crap about, oh, this is conspiracy theory, or you out your mind, you bugged out, man. Stop watching YouTube. It's really happening. You know, at one point in time, they used to say it was a conspiracy theory that Ronald Reagan, the United States government, put drugs in black communities. And then the conspiracy came true. It was really real. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was really real.
Right.
You got people, you got testimony, you got survivors, you got people with pictures, and you still don't believe the world that you're in.
Right.
You looking at these people with nice suits and ties and thinking that these people are righteous. These people are the physical counterpart of Satan here on earth.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, what you got that?
Talking Job 9 what?
9:24.
Okay. The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Uh-huh.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. Not that when it comes to the Lord, that the wicked is stronger than him, but we're talking about the earth. The Lord created the earth.
Right.
He's just given he's just given a time to rule the earth, to be in charge until the fullness, as the scriptures say, until the fullness of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right.
The earth is given into their hand to do as they please and to do what they want and to have a Epstein Island. There's another man that had an island. He had his own island, and they said they was taking underage girls to this island. And so when the people came to bust him, the dude ran out, hopped on the airplane, flew away, and no one never seen him again. These are the type of people that are on this earth. These are the type of white people. This is the type of power that they have. Could you imagine having your own island? There's no law. There's nobody that can, restrict you from doing whatever you want to do. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right.
Keep going.
Okay.
Read it from there.
Okay. And he covers the faces of the judges thereof.
And he covered the faces of the judges thereof. He covered the faces of the prophets, of the Most High, of Jesus Christ, of King David.
Right.
You just seen that in Israel. They covered the faces of King David. They put a real King David up in there, how he's supposed to look, with a black face and a black nose, and those Jews, they defaced him. They covered up the faces of the judges. King David is a judge. Right. Jesus Christ will sit on the throne of King David, his father.
That's right.
And the white man covered up his face in his image. They got movies talking about King David. He's some little white boy that beat Goliath. They cover up the face, meaning they changed the image of the real Israelites to white people. These are the real judges of the earth. These are the real people who are supposed to be in charge of the earth. And this is what they did when they got in power. When they was given the earth, they given the power and dominion. They said, you know what? Let me paint over this. Let me repaint this. Let me take what's his name? Let me take what's his name? Cesar Borgia. Let me take him and paint him as Jesus Christ. Let me paint the prophets white. And now today, you can't even tell a person that Jesus Christ was black. It's like, well, yeah, he wasn't white, but he wasn't black either. He was Middle Eastern. They can't even bring it to themselves to believe that God, Christ, and the angels and the prophets were black men, niggas. Right. Because the fact that the wicked covered up the faces of the judges thereof. Right. Go ahead, Abad.
So like it's crazy that you say that. They'll say anything but black. They say olive skin.
They'll say olive skin. They'll say he was fair skinned. They will say he was Middle Eastern. They'll say anything but to say that the Jews are black.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the worst part about what you're saying, is that we can't even tell nobody that Christ was black. Now, most people that rejected it is black people.
Yeah.
Like, majority of the time, people heckling us at camp is us. When we just bringing out the truth. It's crazy because little do they know that Christ looked like them and how important that is.
Yeah.
To know that the Lord power that created the entire earth and Christ and his angels look just like you.
It's hard for people to even realize that the Bible, like I said, was written just for the Israelites.
Right.
They said, well, God created all of these people. Yes, the Lord did create everybody. Everybody comes from Adam. Everybody comes, the Lord created is the creator of all. But the Lord also had a plan, and the Lord also had a chosen people.
Right.
And unfortunately, you may not be of those chosen people, but it doesn't mean that what the Lord has chosen to do is not right, because God is God and you is nothing but flesh here on earth. Like you could literally, our life is like a flower. You could be here right now in this instant, and tomorrow morning you can be gone.
Right.
As easy as just going to work and getting in a vehicle crash or something like that. Like, people don't understand the magnitude of the power that they're dealing with and how he moves. His ways ain't our ways. So the way you think of what's right and what's wrong and how things should be, man, shut the fuck up. Right. Lord, don't nobody care about that, man. You better get with this program. You better get with the Lord's program, or find yourself in a place where you're asking for his help and he don't hear you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's either one or two things. Like you find yourself when he don't hear you, or you find yourself in one of them funeral parlors, and then that's when everybody gonna be singing and wailing and crying on the Lord. When you didn't believe he was right for doing what he did and creating who he created and saying who his chosen people is. Right. Keep going, Abba.
Okay. If not where, and who is he?
If the earth ain't given into the hand of the wicked, if it's not him, where and who is he? Like, who runs the world? Like, these people are called the elites. These people that are said to have did these things on Epstein Island, if they're not the wicked, then where and who is he? I know one of these little brain dead Trump supporters that say black people is the wicked. Black people ain't never did nothing like that. Black people don't got the power to do something like that.
Right.
Yeah. You see where P. Diddy is at? Yeah. You see where R. Kelly is at? Yeah. I don't know if you heard about Bill Cosby. Yeah. Yeah. Like you as a black and Hispanic man, you can only go so high in doing your wickedness. And then you got to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when it comes to the devil that the Bible speaks of, he just keeps going and going, and there is nobody to bring him down.
Right.
They got all kind of evidence on Trump, all kind of evidence on Epstein. They got lists of all these people, but they're not exposing them. Trump is still president. It's going to take for the Lord to bring these people down.
Right.
It's going to take for the God of heaven and earth, the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, to bring America down.
Right.
To pull up America's skirt and show the shame of America. If you could, I'll end with this. Let's get Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21.
Come on.
Right. Matter of fact, Isaiah 14 and 14. I think we can start down there somewhere. We can start where
I will be like the Most High.
We can start with like Lucifer. Is it 12? 14 and 12?
How art thou fallen from crown?
Okay.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12.
Yeah.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
So many people, Christians and people that don't know the Bible, talk about Lucifer being an angel that fell from heaven and rebelled against God. That's not true. Okay. Read that one more time.
Come on. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Son of the morning, meaning he is bright. Everyone sees him. He's the son of the morning. Okay. He is fallen from heaven. Heaven, hell. We know heaven is what? From our heaven and hell breakdown.
Can't have it here. Here
what? Give me a word for it. For heaven. Heaven.
Oh, salvation.
No, the white man's heaven. Think of it like how our breakdown is. Heaven and hell breakdown. What is heaven?
The kingdom.
Rulership.
Oh, come on,
rulership. Read that from the top again.
Come on. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
So Lucifer fell from his rulership. Right. Son of the morning, bright. Everybody sees him. Everybody knows who he is. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
Think about when the son of the morning, when the sun comes over the mountain and it's just bright, meaning everyone sees him. Go ahead.
Come on. How art thou cut down to the ground?
Uh-huh.
Which didst weaken the nations?
How thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations. So Lucifer weakened the nations. Go ahead.
Come on. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
He said, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will ascend into heaven. Go ahead.
Come on. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
He said, no, so this is very prophetic. And this goes with what the title is. You cannot, this is a prophecy. And this was written thousands of years ago. He said, I will ascend into heaven. I will put read that part again so I can break it down.
I will ascend into heaven.
Uh-huh.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. What did the white man do? How did he exalt his throne? I already gave it away. But how did he exalt his throne above the stars of God?
It's like he went to space.
He went to space. He created a space station. Many people say, well, the white man ain't even went past the firmament. He did indeed say the eagle has landed. Right in the 60s. Go ahead.
Oh, God. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Uh-huh.
I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation.
I will sit upon the mount of the congregation. What does that mean? For time's sake, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation. The mount of the congregation is Israel. It's God's chosen people. It's the government of Israel. All right.
Oh,
on the sides of the North America.
Mm-hmm.
North, South, Central. Go ahead.
Come on. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud.
Uh-huh.
I will be like the Most High.
I will be like the Most High. He's put himself up as the Most High. He's painted himself as the image of the Most High. He's went to above the clouds and the stars, first to do everything of all the modern nations. and to be seen above everyone like the Most High. Air superiority, you know, bases in every corner of the earth. This is telling you who Lucifer is. Go ahead.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider.
So now you're gonna be, but even with all of that, yet you will be brought down to the sides of the pit. You're gonna be brought down very low. And they that see thee, what?
Come. And they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying.
Now this is for your breakdown to show people they don't know the Bible. When they say Lucifer is Satan and he's a spirit and he was one of the most beautiful angels and he rebelled against God and he got an army to go fight God. Go ahead.
Come. Is this the man that made the
Is this the angel?
Is this the man?
Is this Satan?
Is this the man?
Is this a spirit?
Is this the man?
Lucifer is a man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come, that made the earth to tremble.
Is this the man? They're going to narrowly look at the white man and say, is this the man that made the earth tremble? He dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killed 50,000 people instantly. He had air superiority. He had the highest level of technology. He gave his technology to the fake Jews, Israel. They built the Iron Dome. His defenses, his military seemed indefensible. He put all of these other nations in fear. He was able to run into Venezuela and snatch the president of Venezuela in a matter of hours in a silent operation. Is this the man what?
Oh God. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
That made the earth to tremble. Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms.
That shook kingdoms. Go ahead.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. That opened not the house of his prisoners.
That opened not the house of the prisoners. Thousands of Hispanics being deported by ICE, being locked in, supermax prisons. Black men, number one in the prison, even though they are 12% of the population, or less than that, because that's all black people. But he didn't loosen up the doors for the prisoners either. Go ahead.
Come on. All the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep going.
Everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out thy grave like an abominable branch. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through what they swore, that go down with the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
Good night. The white man will be considered even the lowest of the low of even all the other nations. What verse are we on?
This is we just ended verse 19.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Like it is nothing. Your seed will never be anything again. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I get chills hearing the Bible and hearing what the Lord has prepared. Read that again.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Oh, you Christians I hope y'all listening, Christians, that God is all love. This is the prophecies that haven't even happened yet.
Right.
Okay. There's prophecies that haven't happened, and some of the things that were said that we just read have happened. Okay, go ahead.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Go ahead.
For the iniquity of his father.
For the iniquity of his father. But wait a minute. I didn't own no slaves. That had nothing to do with me.
Right.
I didn't own no slaves, and you were not a slave. So what are you talking about? You're complaining. You got a victim mentality. Read it again, Abad.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
The children are going to suffer for the iniquity of their fathers. God's people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we went through what we went through because of the iniquity of our forefathers.
Right.
Okay? There's a lot of Black and Hispanic people that went through the transatlantic slave trade that went through the lynching, the burnings, the violence, the oppression, and they were good people. But unfortunately, the Lord don't judge you personally. He judges by nations. And that's the same way he's going to judge these other nations as a nation. It's great that you have remorse. It's great that you did philanthropy work and you went out to the ghettos and you gave kids books and took them out to eat. That's beautiful. But the Lord has a prophecy that has to come to pass. Go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts.
The Lord don't even want these people to rise up again.
Right.
He said, cut off son and nephew, symbolizing the fact that the seed comes from the man.
Right.
He doesn't even want their seed to rise again and fill the face of the world with in the cities anymore. After that time, what you'll see your oppressor in a museum. You'll be in a world where you'll be at the museum with your kid, and they say, "Daddy, who is that?" And you say, "Son, that's Donald Trump. That was Stalin. That was what's his name, the Nazi? That was Hitler, son. Yeah. For a while they ruled the world and they did horrible things. It's a nice history story. They're extinct, son. Praise ye the Lord."
Right.
That is going to be, that is the future. And it may sound a little harsh, but it's God's words. It's not my words. It's not, we're not making this up. This is not, you're not fabricating this stuff out of our mind. These are the words. They're written in the Old King's English. They're written in the Hebrew.
Right.
You know what I mean? With that, that's the class. Let's clap it up. Another one, I forgot one. I was like, son, Dad, who's that? Son, that's Epstein. Oh, he was horrible. He had a whole island and he was doing terrible things. Oh, man. But we good? Everything we good? All right. All right, Israel, we're about to get up out of here. Shout out to Sister Baratha Nawa, Kalmaz Baf, Sister Kapah, Shalat, Anton One West, Princess Nakaf, Renee Gaines, Aitanya Allah. Shout out to you. Yeah, I think Michelle 2659. Shout out to you. Shall I say, that's Obama. Be like, Dad, but isn't he one of us? I'll be like, no, he's that's Obama, the Hamite. Superb speaker, great orator. I mean, he could talk, he had decorum. Yeah, man, and they hated him too. Hey, son, do you know Donald Trump even made a thing and put a monkey face on him and his wife? Ain't that crazy? All right, Shalom. The water.